Hey everyone, Pete Calandra here. This is Quick Pro Tools Tips Episode 2. Today we'll be taking a look at how to create MIDI echo and polyrhythmic effects using Xpand2. There are some issues with Xpand2 in 2024, but they mostly have to do with the lack of serious updates to the software since over a decade, maybe even longer. That being said, if you do know how to use the instrument, you can create some really interesting and professional sounding timbres. If you like this video, give a thumbs up. For more content, please subscribe, and to be notified, ring that bell. If you want to further support this channel, you can buy me a cup of coffee. There's also a link for that. There are chapters to easily navigate through this video, and please leave any comments or questions down below. Let me know if there's anything you'd like to see explained or demonstrated on Xpand, and perhaps that can be the subject of a future video. Anyway, thank you again so much for watching. I'm Pete Calandra, and let's get right into it. I've got an instance of Xpand2 here. There are 4 slots. Each one of these slots can contain a different sound, and each one of these slots can either be on or off. And right here, you've got controls to set up MIDI channels. In the first slot here, I have a pitched tabla sample. I've set up a little 2-bar loop, which I've stretched out to fill up 8 bars. So let me play this so you get a sense of the groove. Now, the next thing I did was I added 3 MIDI tracks here, and that's Command-Shift-N like Nancy, and you would do 3 MIDI tracks. And then you would select their outputs. Channel 2, Channel 3, etc. Then what I'll do is change these MIDI channels, Channel 2, Channel 3, Channel 4. So now we've got a 4-part multi-timbral instrument here, but we're going to have the same timbre on each channel. So we'll go here, percussive, pitched tabla. Make sure they're all turned on. In other words, this switch is illuminated. And then it's fairly simple to do the basic thing. I'll copy this MIDI information here, which is Command-C, and I want to do a dotted 8th note delay. So I'll make sure that my grid is set up to 16th notes, and a dotted 8th note is equal to 3 16th notes. So I will merge paste this onto the 3rd 16th note of track 2, or tabla track 2, which is option and the letter M like Mary. And let's play this back. There are things we can do to more simulate an echo line. The first thing is that maybe we'll make it a little bit darker. I've gone to smart knobs for slot B, and I'll bring the cutoff down. So that'll take off some of the high end and make it sound a little different. Now, one thing that is not so great is Xpand2 on this particular patch has 1 tabla hit stretched over the entire keyboard. That doesn't give you really a lot of options in terms of having, round robins where it's not the same exact sample being triggered. But what they do have is 2 different velocity layers. So I can open this up, and I'm on tabla 2, and I could drag this down. And now we're having a little bit different sound. Let's play that back. Great, so we're not getting that phasing sound when 2 of the samples are played together right now. So that's one thing we can do. The other thing we can do is we can pan it. So if I take this and I pan this one a little bit to the left, interesting. So now what I think I'll do is take this, copy this, and a dotted 8th note from here would be 1, 2, 3. So it would start on the 2nd 8th note of bar 2. So I'll merge paste that, And what I'm going to do with this one is pan this one to the right and go to slot C and really work on the cutoff. Okay, let's take a listen. Good, but the echoes are the same volume as the main sound. So let's bring the level down like this. And you can make it very subtle by bringing the level down even further. What we have here that's interesting is that this is as if the feedback is set to 1 or 0. It's only doing 1 repeat per side. If you want to add more repeats, what you can do is you can merge paste that, and let's say I did it this way. That's not an exact science. Let's hear what that sounds like. Right, so now we've got multiple repeats. If we wanted to add a third delay, maybe we would start right on beat 2. So the third one would be a quarter note delay. Merge paste, and then let's see. Bring the volume way down, go to slot D, bring the cutoff way down. And let's hear. So that's one way we can work this. We can also take it to another level, because right here we can go to the tuning. So let's say I bring this delay down a whole step so that it's -2 steps lower, and play this back now. Interesting, right? Merge paste this here. And let's go back here. And then this one, let's see. Let's make this one so -5 half steps. And let's listen to what that sounds like. Let's go up 1 half step. Nope. Let's go down to -6. So now we've got sort of a delay that's actually melodic, and then we can, again, add some more repeats. What's also interesting is that you can go in here and you can actually change the drum. So if I record enable track 2 and I zoom in here, that's interesting. Let's go to C, record enable C, and let's go the opposite direction. Ooh. Let's try that now. Yeah, not liking that so much. Let's go back to B. That's not bad. That's pretty good. And then now let's see, merge, copy, and then let's do a dotted half note. And so this will start on beat 4. So that's pretty cool. Right inside of Xpand2, we can turn on the effects, and I can add a soft plate, which I've chosen. And basically what you do is you turn it on so this knob is illuminated, or this button, and then you can choose through a huge assortment of effects. And let's see, size, bring the effect up. Add to taste on the other channels. If you want to add some more repeated stuff, you can actually add inside of here an actual delay line. I've got a ping pong delay set up right here, and I've got my delay set up for a quarter note, some feedback, and I'm sending some of this to effect 1, which is the soft plate, so you can add even more rhythmic energy. Let's turn this up a little. You get a nice effect here. Now what we can also do is we can offset some of these. So I've selected all those, and if we do Option H, there's also a way to nudge, but let's do this. Have this all start later by 0 and let's say 20 ticks, right? So it's lagging behind a little bit. Now all 3 of those delay lines, quote unquote, are 20 ticks later. So it's sort of not so mechanical, and you can sort of do maybe an additional 10 on this one and an additional 5 on this one, so that they're all a little bit later, but they're not all the same amount later. And by doing a little offset like that, you're actually able to hear all the individual echoes a little bit better. If you wanted to further play around with this, you could try different quantizing. So let's say I took these, went to quantize, and we swang these by, let's say, 57%. And we made the strength like 90%. Set this to 16th note, hit apply. Right, that's an interesting effect. Pretty cool. Anyway, that's the end of this quick Pro Tools tip number 2. I've been Pete Calandra. Please like, subscribe, share. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.